Hi everyone, my name is Teresa Thompson. I am a speech-language pathologist and clinical education manager at Lingraphica, and I'm excited to show you our AAC device today. So our device incorporates communication tools, therapy tools, and opportunities for connection. So what you see here is the home page of our device. Along the top, you see we have different tools for communication: talk, type, and draw. We'll look at those in more detail in a moment. On the bottom row here, we have some of our therapy tools. Therapy launches out to our TalkPath therapy app that we offer at Lingraphica. This has over 13,000 free therapy exercises, and they can be accessed both by clinicians who can create therapy programs for their little tech difficulty there. Okay, therapy programs for their clients or directly by consumers. Additionally, we have news, which launches to our TalkPath News app. TalkPath News allows access to current news articles that have been somewhat simplified in communication and offer supported reading tools. So as you see, I can scan, I can choose an article of choice.
People in the southern U.S. state of Florida are used to warm, sunny weather.
And that news article will populate the screen. It will be read out loud. The text will be highlighted as it is read. And you can even pause it and move through sentence by sentence. There are also comprehension and recall questions at the end. Going back to our homepage, on the second page we have multiple ways to connect. So you see we have Zoom, Chrome, email, all the ways that many of us use on a regular basis to connect with others. Those are really easy for device users to access right here on their device. We do also offer opportunities for connection through Lingraphica. So going to our Connect app will allow device users to access virtual connections. We have online Zoom meetups for people with aphasia and Parkinson's to meet with others traveling that same path, and as you see through Connect, they can come here, see what's going on, what's available, and join right from their device. All right, so now we're going to focus a little on those communication tools. So on the bottom middle here, we have media. Media is where device users can take pictures, they can take their own videos, they can do voice recordings. All of that is going to save into their media album here. So here we can create albums, we can have access to photos, there's my pup. We could have access to any videos or voice recordings. So just to give an example, even drawings, so we do have a whiteboard app that I'll show you in a moment. Those can all be saved here, and we can download. So device users can bring in their own pictures, their own videos, or just pictures of interest. All of those different forms of media, can be utilized in our talk system. Apparently I need to keep an eye up on the screen. Someone raise their hand if it blacks out on me. Okay, so then we have talk, type, and draw. So draw is our built-in whiteboard, and the rationale between having talk, type, and draw is we all communicate in all kinds of different ways every day, so we want as many tools built right into the device as possible. So with our whiteboard, as you can see, we have a large color swatch. We have different pen widths that can be selected. We have a skin tone selector if you're drawing a picture. And we even have the ability to add images. So a device user can embed a picture that they take real time, they can pull from their media, or they can even do a web search and embed that picture right into the whiteboard. Anything here on our whiteboard can be saved, and that's available in media, or a communication card can be made right out of that drawing. Next we have type. That's what I greeted y'all with here today. So this is our predictive text-to-speech keyboard. You are seeing our high contrast keyboard. We do have different options, light keys and dark keys to support different visual needs, and 3 different size keyboards available as well. But we can type in any message, say Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And the device will speak it. I do have highlighting of text turned on. That's an option that can be turned on or off. All right, so if I go back to my home page, we'll go into Talk. One other thing to mention is that this home page is fully customizable. So if there are tools here that do not apply to a specific device user, we can just go into our settings and we can remove those. We also, of course, have options to change the size of the targets. We can make them larger or smaller, the alignment, the grid size. And here under Arrange Apps is where we can just remove any tools that a particular device user might not want there. So I'll just take out email and Zoom, and you'll see that those are removed. Okay, so taking a look at Talk. Talk is our tap-to-speak communication system. So our device is organized categorically, pragmatically. This setup is going to work well for somebody who wants to be able to move through their device and quickly access, for example, food, and I'm going out to breakfast. I can access my breakfast folder and quickly tap to communicate what they would like for breakfast that day.
I want. Pancakes.
Okay, again, I have that highlighting of spoken text turned on. I also have projection turned on. So I'm going to turn those off just so that you guys can kind of see a few different ways that the device can be used. So we'll go into our card behavior. We'll turn off that projection. And that's going to get me a little bit of a quicker communication there. Our device is fully customizable, so we do have over 9,000 words and phrases programmed in. I'm going to show you our card library, and then I'll show you some examples of customization. So to navigate, I can use this button bar over on the left, which can be moved anywhere. We can move that to the top, the right, the bottom. We also can make the communication cards that you see on this page larger or smaller. We can change the grid size, so lots of flexibility there as well. But I can navigate by using these breadcrumbs, or we can always use the back button. That will get us back to the page that we were at before, or tap Start, and that's going to take us right to that main page. You can use the arrows on the device to move to the next page, or you can simply swipe the screen. So I did want to show you our card library here. This is where everything that is pre-programmed into the device is organized by category. So this is a nice area to go to and get a good feel for what's on the device, and you can put it anywhere it makes sense for the individual device user. So tons of different categories here. If I tap into, for example, daily activities and need access to some vocabulary for grooming, I have quick access to that.
I need a bath.
And as you can see, we use real photos as well as realistic line drawings. Any of this can be edited, however, to meet the specific needs of the device user. So we can simply go into Edit. We can, as you see that red delete button, we can get rid of anything. It can always be restored later. Or we could go into our editor and change what it says, change the picture, whatever works best. We can also move things around and change the order. But we only have 20 minutes, so we won't get into those details. So I'm going to go back to start and just show you how somebody may customize and use this device for personal communication in a variety of ways. So we have David here. David's an example. But you see he has a folder where he can introduce himself, tell a bit about himself, and even share stories and interests really easily with simple phrase-based communication that he's set up. So if we go into stories, David could tell friends about his daughter's graduation, his trip to Chicago, either in sequence here or just in one tap access.
We also visited the Willis Tower on our trip.
To share a portion of it. David's probably preparing for the Super Bowl because it says he loves the Chiefs. So he has access to communication he may want for that, and he can add to it as well. So the Super Bowl's coming up next weekend, right? I'm guessing a Chiefs fan is going to want to add some additional vocabulary, so I'll show you how to do that. So we're just going to go into Editor and add, and David can add a brand new card. So we can add either folders or cards. Folders, of course, you can add more content within them. We'll keep it a card for now. And then we have different types of cards. So a communication card just means I tap it and it speaks. A recording means that a device user can either record or access a voice recording that they've pre-recorded. Same thing with a video. They can choose a video that they've downloaded or pre-recorded, or they can record real time. And then we also have web cards, which I'll show you in a moment. But we'll keep this a communication card, and I think the Chiefs are looking for a three-peat, so we'll get that in there. Okay, so whatever I program in here under the card name is what will show on screen. It's also what the device will speak unless a different spoken message is programmed in. So that's just preference on the device user's part. Then we choose our image. So we can come down to card image. We can select from existing, which is going to search our library. We can choose from media. That's going to go to all of the device users' photos and videos and voice recordings. We can take a picture real time, or we can even do a web image search. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and search for the Super Bowl trophy. Select the image that David likes best. And we've added that new content to that folder.
Let's get a three-peat.
Okay, so we'll go back a little bit, and let's talk a little more about how David could further personalize this. So the interest folder is meant to be filled, and we at Lingraphica help with this. We help with customization, both when clients are doing a free trial and after they have their device. So perhaps David loves reading. He wants to add that content here. Another way to add is simply tap Create. And I can even use this microphone here. I love reading. To quickly get that in, okay. And this time I'll search our library. And let's grab a picture of a book. Again, nice realistic salient photo. And then David may want to use his device in different ways. He may want to use it functionally to go listen to books on Audible. So we can do that too. So what we're going to do here is edit and add. And we're going to make a card for Audible. But we're going to make this a web card. So all I need to do is come down here, put in that website, And I'll grab an image. And now David can launch right out to Audible with one-tap access from his device. If he's signed in, obviously this would go right to his library. Okay. David may have interests that are already on the device as well, so we can always search the device and simply add from search. So let's say he loves playing Sudoku. We're going to search for that with our predictive text keyboard. It's already here on the device. All I need to do is tap this add button, and that vocabulary is where it makes sense for David. And it can be multiple places if that makes sense for the device user. Okay, so going back to start, I'm going to show you that add from search one more time. So we'll go into David's people folder, and perhaps he has different phrases set up for different friends and family members that he wants that quick access to. We have that programmed in. But since he's talking to a lot of different friends and family within this folder, he may want our questions folder right here. So I'm going to search for that. Again, where does it make sense for the person using the device is what we really want to focus on. We add it, and now David has quick access to all of these WH questions. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you guys is our dual language mode. So if David was a bilingual device user, we have some really nice built-in support. So we can go to our settings, and under our languages and voices, we can switch the device fully to English or fully to Spanish. Of course, we have tons of different voices to try out, but we also have a dual language mode that really is nice support for those bilingual users. So let me just show you how that works. So if we go back here, you see that we now have a translate button. I can just tap that, and if David is now in speaking with a communication partner where he would like to use Spanish, he has his entire device set up to do that. So really, really nice, easy translation with the tap of a button. Okay, so that is our Lingraphica device in a 20-minute quick summary. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. It does, yeah. So anything that's already in here will translate. If you're adding new content, I'm sorry, the question was, will it translate anything that is in the device? So if you're adding new content, let me show you what that would look like. So we're going to go into add. When we're in dual language mode, we have both the English and the Spanish here. So we can type in, let's see, I have 2 kids. It didn't hear me with all the noise, so we'll type it. Have 2. Okay, and then I can either translate this real time here, or we have a bulk translate if you're adding a bunch of content and you don't want to do that like in each individual card. The nice thing about this, however, is sometimes dialects are different, and sometimes different Spanish speakers say different things different ways. So this does allow them to come in and change it or make sure that it reflects exactly how they would say a certain phrase or sentence. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you guys for your time today. Enjoy the rest of the conference.